Let's start the draft. I'm going to continue answering questions. Oh, let me turn the sound off. Drafting from the 7th spot, baby. Let's do it. How's everybody chilling? Everybody chilling tonight, man? Everybody having a good night so far? Hanging out in the late stream? Off this fantasy talk for a second. You've been watching your Niners preseason games. You know what? I caught a little bit of the first one, but we don't have the starters. I like to watch the starters, so I'll be watching this weekend. I don't really when it's all backups, all you're looking for is scheme, and I know what the Niners are about. I watched some of it. I watched the Titans offense. The Titans offense looked good, but it's tough watching backups because it's not. You can't really gauge anything. You can try to guess scheme, but there's not even all the same players in there. Let me get in this next one. Hopefully, you guys were able to get into the mock draft. If you didn't get into the mock draft, hopefully you can. I don't care about no damn efficiency. I ain't the GM of the Saints. I want to see fantasy points exactly. And the thing is, I think people assume just because you're talking fantasy that you can't go back and forth. That's fine, but it's like we could talk about Alvin Kamara because he's him. He's still even in real football, he's still a top running back in the game. And I think a lot of people that talk efficiency don't watch the game because you also got to realize dude didn't have the same offensive line that he had in years past. I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to try taking Saquon here. I'm trying this out. And I want to see if I'm being true to myself. So I'm testing out something here, just so you guys know. It could stick, but I'm testing something out. But even still, it doesn't always account for what defenses did they play? Efficiency doesn't. What defenses did they play? Were there any big injuries on the offensive line last season? What was the coaching scheme like? How was the offensive play calls? You know what I'm saying? Were teams stacking the box because they didn't respect Derek Carr's shoulder? Did the Saints run the ball more into stack boxes because of Derek Carr's shoulder? There's a lot to think about when it comes with efficiency metrics. That's why I'm always I don't really care about efficiency, man. You can be efficient, but if you don't produce, what's the point of being efficient? What's the point of being efficient if you can't produce? I like Bayman a lot. I've been getting him every mock. He's just such good upside later. Loving the late night content and insight. Bet. When will the Bengals backfield be a little less cloudy? This weekend. I'll have a much stronger take on a lot of players this weekend because this will be the first weekend where a lot more of the starters play. I think. And if not, it'll be next weekend. We'll know after the preseason games when the starters play. Hopefully it's this weekend. Sorry about your Wi-Fi, homie. Jaden Daniels over 4.5 season rushing TDs. I'm going to get in a lot more season-long props on the all access and betting here over the next, probably after this next weekend of preseason, but yeah, that could be. Hopefully you guys were able to get to the link into the Discord. I just drafted my home league tonight with the boys. I was pick 10 and 12 man. I will go now with each pick in order. Oh, damn. You really, you dropped it like that, huh? Saquon, Kyron, Laporta, Allen, Pickens, Flowers. Your RB, who's your RB2? You got, Saquon, Kyron. So your number one receiver, you got Keenan Allen and Pickens and Flowers and Kirk. Yeah, 12 man. That's not bad in a 12 man. I just wish the receivers were a little bit stronger. But it's not bad in a 2 man. I get the same players in every draft. It's annoying. That's the part about doing so many mocks too, and then I go and I look back at the teams and I'm like, would I have taken that player? Sometimes it's annoying seeing who I drafted, but I draft a lot of the same players. It's because I'm consistent, man. Who are your favorite tight ends to draft? I like getting George Kittle, Kyle Pitts if they fall to me. If not, typically I end up getting Evan Ingram or David Njoku. And if I wait, I try to get Luke Musgrave, Dallas Goedert, maybe Pat Freiermuth, but depends on the Ayuk trade for that one. Besides wide receiver, yeah, the wide receivers were just kind of weak here. But you have so many of them that 3 of them can hit. If it's a 2-receiver league, you did great. If it's a 3-receiver league, it's just a little on the weaker side. If you go double RB, I probably would have waited to get a tight end and just took a receiver there. There was probably a really strong receiver in the third that would have anchored this team a lot better. And then you, instead of taking Zay Flowers or Kirk, you could have had Kittle or Pitts or Kincaid or whoever, you know what I'm saying, like somebody else down there. So that's the only thing I can say about the tight end, maybe. But how you doing, Justin? When do we find out about our picks for the second YouTube league? I can do that right now. Normally I wait on the picks. I just do it randomized beforehand. But if you guys want to know your picks, that way you can draft like that, I will just randomize them right now. We got a week out, so might as well. I never really do that, like where you know the order. Set the order. Can I just randomize it? I thought I could randomize it. Draft settings. Randomize. Here we go. It has been randomized. We have the order now. Normally I do it like the day before, but shit, we can try a little early. Thanks for the insight, man. I had the 12th pick. Good. Hopefully the rating wasn't too hard. Hopefully the rating wasn't too bad. Hey, Justin, Stafford, a good late rounder. So I don't mind Stafford. He just does not offer a ton of upside. And like, to me, if you're going to take Stafford, you might as well take Goff later or Christian Kirk later, like somebody that can throw for like more yardage and touchdowns. I think Stafford's right there. It's just he's just like a slight tier below even those guys, Goff and Kirk Cousins. Like Staff to me is with like Aaron Rodgers. He could be good, but I don't know if he's like a good late round. I would want to get more upside as a late rounder. You know what I'm saying? Like more upside. Thoughts on his team, JD? You got Jaden Daniels, Kamara Mostert, AJB Adams, Pittman, Cooper. Damn. No offense. If you would have got a different tight end. Tight end's the only thing, and you know it too. That's why you left. You know it. Tight end was the only thing there. Oh, yeah. Stephon Diggs. Let me see what running backs are here. Ooh, running backs are going this time, aren't they? That's right. We're going to play the board. Diggs. Running backs are going a little earlier in this one. Play the board. I'm glad I got one then. Ant said he's just chilling, got home from flag football practice. You coaching your kids, huh? Or you playing? You playing or you coaching? Playing or you coaching? I don't know how old you are. I can't tell. Let me see how old are you? Let me guess. You're probably what, like 28? 28, 29. So maybe coaching kids. You got what, 5, 6-year-olds you coaching? Did I get that right? Or not? So you're probably what, 28, 29, coaching like 5 or 6-year-olds. That'd be my guess. Maybe in your like early 30s, either late 20s, early 30s with like young kids, like 5 to 7-year-olds. Would be my guess. In this draft, AJ Adams, love getting a running back in round 2. Should I go double running backs? I don't know about double running backs, but I feel like getting one running back, because there's such good value in the top 3 rounds. It's good to at least get one running back in the top 3 rounds. I'm not really a fan of like 0 RB. Jack, you about to get banned from the channel, bro. You don't say things like this on the channel, bro, unless you want to get banned, homie. You want to get muted for the whole episode. Nah, we ain't finna lose, dog. We finna whip y'all again. Everyday late night mocks. Everyday late night mocks. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about everyday late night mocks. We do some though. Yes, shout out to my sister and shout out to your son too. 2nd birthday, man. At least he's getting some sleep now. Probably walking around destroying the house, bro. But yes, happy birthday to your son, homie. And EA does hate us with that new Madden that came out. I ain't even played it yet, and I'm still hating on it. Dumb question, but I feel my roster construction is off right now. What do you mean? In this one right here, your roster construction for this team or for this team? So the only thing I would say the construction-wise is just tight end. Like you should have addressed tight end at some point earlier than Noah Fant, but you caught so much other value. If Noah Fant hits, you're probably the league favorite. So I would be aggressive early if there's like for this team, if there's any tight ends that come along early in your year or you can find value with like a rookie, like a Ben Sinnott. If you can get like a Taysom Hill, if like Greg Dulcich emerge, you got to be active early for a tight end or check out one of the teams that probably went like 2 tight ends. If you ended up with Noah Fant, somebody went 2 tight ends. So trade Deontay Johnson away for a mid-tier tight end. You still got AJB, you got Adams, Pittman, and Cooper. Now use Deontay Johnson as a trade piece, bro. Just go get a Dallas Goedert or something, Luke Musgrave, something that didn't cost anybody a lot because they, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an easy move. That's an easy move to me. I don't think I've taken James Cook yet. I think it's the very first draft I've taken James Cook. Interesting. So yeah, roster construction, just check it. Can you explain why you bumped Saquon over Brees in your rankings? Yeah, very good question. So I talked about this, was it yesterday on stream? But I talked about this, I think it was yesterday, right? We were talking about it, or maybe it's 2 days ago. But Brees Hall, man, I've kind of been thinking about this move for a while now, moving him over Brees Hall. I almost put him over Christian McCaffrey, but I didn't want to do that. It's just when you think about running backs, like kind of what CMC did when he went to the Niners, right? When you have a really good back that was in a bad situation and they go to a team with a strong offensive line and strong offensive play, it opens up everything for us to see the actual talent that player was. So Saquon Barkley, a lot of people forgot about the talent that he was because he's been playing in such a shitty situation over his career. Now he goes to a team with a really good offensive line. It looks like Kellen Moore is trying to put the ball in Saquon Barkley's hands a lot. And if the one big caveat is if he gets red zone work, which it kind of looked like in the preseason, they might be getting away from that tush push to keep Jalen Hurts healthy. It looked like they were going running backs in the red zone. If that is the case, Saquon's going to have a massive year and challenge for the RB1 spot. So I think the only thing we're concerned about with Saquon is maybe you're concerned about like the ankles, the injuries and stuff with him. He's been kind of banged up over his career. So maybe the injuries concern you. But Brees Hall's also been hurt. And then the other thing that maybe concerns you with the Saquon Barkley is like Jalen Hurts stealing the touchdowns. If that's the case, he's probably going to be a top 5 running back just without touchdowns, right? But if he gets 15 touchdowns, he might be challenging for that number 1 spot. 2,000 total yards is not out of the question for Saquon in a healthy year. And like I said, if it's anything more than 12 touchdowns, he's like almost automatic for top 3. So Brees Hall is probably going to lose some receiving work this year. A lot of what he had was towards the end with backups. And Aaron Rodgers is going to throw it a lot more at the goal line now. They also drafted Braylon Allen. My guess is that he's going to see some of the carries that were going to Brees Hall last year so they can keep him healthy for a Super Bowl run. That's why I got Saquon over Brees. In a money league, they took, trade those guys. Be like, you took tight ends? Cool. Let me get one for Deontay Johnson. You must be high on Mike Evans, drafting him in the 2nd round. You think that's high? He was the 10th, 11th receiver off the board. I thought that was good value for him. Only other one I was debating was Deebo Samuel. Could you randomize the TikTok sub league too? I'm trying to prepare. I could do that. You guys like like knowing early? I like knowing later. Like right before the draft starts, throws people off. I'm like, then you got to be prepared. You can't just like go in and mock and shit. But I'll do the TikTok league too. See, normally I make y'all play by my rules, but I'm a generous guy. You know, I try to, you know what I mean? I try to make it to where everybody's happy, bro. All right, that one's randomized too. What pick did I get? I got pick 6. Shit. You guys are not going to let me get Bijan. And then the other one, I got pick 10. All right, cool. I like pick 10. Pick 6 and pick 10. All right, we'll see how it goes. Is Saquon and Devontae Adams a good start with pick 13 in the 14-man league? Hell yeah, that's a great start. Good job. Oh, did I make them super? And my bad. They're going to be super flex. I don't know. One of them at least. Did I make them super flex at least? They're going to be super flex. Did I already make them super flex or no? Both of those leagues will be super flex, just so you guys know. I got to update the settings. They will both be. Did I already? For the YouTube league, did I make it super flex? Okay, that one's super flex. And then TikTok subs did I already make it super flex? Yeah, I already did super flex. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I was like, both of those leagues are super flex. I hope y'all know. Damn it, I timed up. Turn off auto pick, and I'm not picking Mahomes. Maybe I might, but we're going to take a look. Sorry, Mahomes. I love you, but I don't need you right now. Got to get these other receivers. Jettas for Marvin Harrison in a second. I don't mind that deal. Oh, for your Marvin Harrison in the second, I probably would just keep Marvin Harrison in the second. That Marvin Harrison price will go in space. If he gets 1,200 yards this year, it's going to go in space. So I don't mind Jettas, but if you're trying to win now, go Jettas. If you can wait, if you can still win with Harrison and wait, just keep Harrison. What are your thoughts on Diggs? I think Diggs is elite. Still. I'm crying. This is too funny. What were we talking about? I don't know what I was saying. I'll be saying some shit sometimes, man. Again, I was up late last night till like 2:00 in the morning. I got up today at like 6:37. So I am tired right now too. So I might be saying some weird ass shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I might just be saying some shit that's out of character right now. What's up, Jahan? Who would be some of your favorite quarterbacks in a super flex league? 6 point per passing touchdown. So this is the type of league in a super flex 6 point passing touchdown league. I'm probably going 2 quarterbacks in the first 3 rounds, more than likely. So, and I think that ups the value on guys like Aaron Rodgers, your Kirk Cousins, your Jared Goffs. That makes them more valuable. Probably lessens a little bit of the hype for like a Jalen Daniels or like an Anthony Richardson, even though those guys still have upside, right? But now you can take like your Kirk Cousins and your Jared Goffs as your QB2 and feel good. I would definitely try to get a quarterback early. At Pat Mahomes, I'd be trying to get him early because he might throw 45, 50 touchdowns this year. So Pat Mahomes would be a name I would look for in that. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying like he has that kind of upside. CJ Stroud, Dak, guys that just sling it up. Joe Burrow would probably be a little bit higher. So you worried about C-Mac's injury? Slightly, just because of his injury history. Slightly worried about it. Slightly. Execution said, I have a question. Why are you so much higher on Adams compared to some of the second-round receivers? I will get to that in just a second. Let me make this pick and I'll get to it because I might be long-winded on Devontae. I might be long-winded on Devontae. Like, to me, he's the 7th receiver off the board, and if I knew that Minshew was just going to be average, I'd have him higher. I would have him higher. If I just knew Minshew would be like average. Just average. Just average. Let's go Kittle here. Let's go Kittle there. Yeah, so for Devontae Adams, right, coming off of almost the 1,200-yard year, he had 1,180 yards. He had almost 110 catches, and then he had 8 touchdowns. That's a down year for Devontae Adams, who's the wide receiver 10. So you start looking at the other players in that range, right? You look at the Marvin Harrisons. What kind of are we hoping for 100 catches from Marvin Harrison? You didn't get 100 catches? You think Marvin Harrison's going to get 1,200 yards? You think he's going to get 8 touchdowns? Like, that to me is Marvin Harrison's ceiling. You look at Chris Olave. Chris Olave is like an 1,100-yard guy, 80 catches, 5 to 6 touchdowns. That's his ceiling. Maybe a little extra on the yardage. Start talking about guys like a Brandon Ayuk, 1,300 with 7. Unless he goes to a different team, we know he's kind of like probably 80 catches, 1,300 yards, 7 to 8 touchdowns. Maybe a little bit more than that if the Niners pay him and use him a little bit better. Puka Nacua, probably going to tear down a little bit with Cooper Kupp there, right? So with Devontae, we know at his floor, playing in his worst season, he's like 100 catches, 1,200 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Ceiling, floor. Ceiling, floor. What happens if the quarterback plays just a little bit better and Devontae Adams goes back to his normal 10 to 15 touchdowns? He goes back to his normal 1,300 to 1,500 yards. Goes back to his normal 100 to 120 catches. That's the ceiling. So if you can get a guy that in Devontae Adams, if he's 170 targets again with better ball, you're probably talking about 115 catches, 1,400 yards, and like 10 to 15 touchdowns. It's just a whole different tier of player if you're right. Cooper Kupp is the same thing. That's why that's why I'm so high on Kupp. Because Kupp, when he's right, is a 8 to 10 catch guy, 120 to 150 yards, like a touchdown or 2 a game. We're talking about 1,300 to 1,500 yards, 10 to 15 touchdowns, talking over 100 catches. So those are the milestones I'm looking for, and that's why when people talk about Marvin Harrison, I don't think that they're factoring in the fact that, like, those are hard milestones to reach for any player. That's why Justin Jefferson is so appealing, because he's going to hit He's going to hit 170 targets. He's going to hit 100 catches. He's going to hit 1,500 yards. He's going to hit close to 10 touchdowns, probably somewhere around 8 to 10 touchdowns. We know what's going to happen. That's why I'm so high on certain players. But yes, that's why I'm higher on Adams compared to a lot of other people, I would say. Any news on Ayuk? I think no news is good news for the Niners in real football. Probably bad if you're looking for a trade. Any advice for me on a half-point PPR league trying to adjust? Just make sure you value the running back a little bit higher. So maybe a half round to a round higher on some running backs. Grab 2 running backs early. Make sure you got 2 starting running backs. And then the volume players, the PPR players, like your Curtis Samuels aren't as valuable there. Your, even some guys that are like a Keenan Allen, guys that just get a lot more catches are not like, if they have a lot of their value tied to like getting 100 catches, they slightly tear down. Hey, Justin, by the way, I took Josh Allen in the 4th round, not Keenan Allen. Oh, I don't remember what we were talking about. Sorry. I don't remember. I don't remember you said Allen. I can't remember the other name. And I said, who'd you say? I thought you was Keenan Allen and somebody else. I can't remember who you were talking about. What's up with the CJ Stroud hate? Oh, I need to do this, though. What's up with the CJ Stroud hate? I think he's going a little too low. Why did I pass on him there? I think he's just going a little. That's a little too low for CJ Stroud. Am I hating? Have I been hating that much on CJ Stroud, or is everybody kind of thinking the same thing? That's too low for CJ Stroud, but maybe not. I think everybody's comfortable with getting quarterbacks later. That's what it is. We're all comfortable with getting like a Dak Prescott or a Jordan Love or a Brock Purdy. And in a 12-man league, I think that's what it is. It's just, and he's one of those players in the middle rounds. That's tough because if you don't have enough running backs and receivers, your team looks a little weaker. Damn. Well, that's valuable information. I got to see what running back comes back to me because if I would have took CJ Stroud there, I got to see what backs were left. How early would you draft Saquon? Right now, it's looking like this is a good pick. Pick 6. Only player I'm thinking about putting over him is like A.J. Brown, maybe. That's the one player I was deciding between. It was A.J. Brown or Barkley. And I was trying to decide if I had more leverage with taking a 2nd round or 3rd round running back. But I'd probably been mad with my 3rd round running back. It feels like Rachaad White, Kenneth Walker. I kind of like Saquon Barkley. If I'm thinking like roster construction, unless I'm playing with some other people, and maybe I can get Kamara later or Joe Mixon later, I kind of like how this is turning out for me right now. Because I'm about to attack probably – I can't give it all away. But I'm probably going to attack like quarterback and receiver for the rest of the draft. And maybe take one more back. So I think RB6 right here, I feel good about this with Barkley. Are guys still sleeping on Diggs? Yeah. I got him in the 3rd round here too. But you got him at the 10th spot? Yeah. I think everybody's sleeping on Diggs. I don't think the Eagles are going to do the tush push anymore without Kelsey. That's kind of my thought too. So I am big on Saquon this year. We're going to find out if I was right. Last question, is the 8-rated team on your rankings good? So when I do my rankings, I do 7.5 is kind of like the lowest. If it's anything lower than that in a standard league, not an auction draft. Auction draft, my rankings are probably a little bit more wide. But typically everybody has somewhat near, like we all got good players unless you're just reaching. So 7.5 means I don't think you're going to make the playoffs. 8.5 means you're probably like a top 3 team lock, one of the best teams in the league, if not you're the best team on paper. Things happen, but I think you're locked for like a top 3 team. And then at 8 is like, I think you're going to be contending for a playoff spot, which is good. But then like an 8-1, 8-2, or 8-3 means I think you have more upside to win it all. And then 7-9, 7-8 means you're fighting an uphill battle. Joe Burrow. I was just thinking about taking somebody. Who was it? Did they already go? Oh my God. What am I doing, bro? It was not Joe Burrow. Sorry. Oh, fuck it. I'll take Burrow. No, because this is going to be, I'm going to use this one. Sorry. I'm going to use this one on the post. So I don't know if I'm taking Burrow. I'm going to use this one on I mock drafted it with the 6th pick. I'm going to use this one. So And Joe Burrow is another player that I want to put my stamp behind. Let's get Deontay Johnson. I gotta have this. My bad, Joe. My bad. You like Mixon over Kamara or White? So I recently switched Kamara to over Mixon. I think those two are equal to me. Mixon and Kamara equal to me. I don't mind either one. And then I like them both over Rachaad White, just for the risk with Rachaad White in case the offensive change really does affect him. I don't think they'll use the tush push at all. I think they're just going to run the ball in with Saquon, personally. Rate my team, man. I rate this. Damn, this is a heavy team. JJ, Cup, Ridley. I like this team. You probably already knew I like this team. This is a solid team. This is like an 8.5. AK K9 with Anthony Richardson and Njoku. Good job. Ether and Jahan, you think that they can run the Wildcat with Saquon and run tush push and design runs for him? They'll run the Wildcat. He did that in New York too, but they don't really need to do that. They can just run it. It's more effective to run it with Jalen Hurts. So you can have some bootlegs. You can have, some design runs for Jalen Hurts. Like, I think it's just better to have Saquon and him both in the backfield. More misdirection. Daniel was good. He says, showing some quick love, Jahan. Appreciate you being one of the most reliable fantasy dudes out. I remember when I first started watching, jumped on the train, and ain't watched anyone else since. Daniel, man, you know what I'm saying? We don't need a glaze session. You feel me? We ain't got a glaze, but I appreciate that love in a major way, bro, because I don't know what side you were on when you very first saw me, the information. This is a grind, man. I think a lot of people, the content creation world doesn't get a lot of love. Especially in the fantasy community, we're easy to pile onto, especially if we miss. So, and the thing is, like, we're not on TV. I'm not on ESPN. I'm not on, any of the major networks or nothing. I'll be on Bleacher Report tomorrow though at 10 o'clock. I gotta get some sleep. I'll be on the Bleacher Report tomorrow, but to hear, to see love in the chat, man. Whenever I see love in the chat, it's always a good thing. It lets me know I'm doing the right shit, man. So. Yeah, even if it's one person a day, it's one person a week or one person a month that says something that's of value, man, that like being reliable or like something that sticks with you. I appreciate that, bro. For me, it's always great to hear that feedback. So thank you, man. I always hear a lot about what I do wrong. So it's always good sometimes, man, to just hear a little bit of quick love. So thank you for that, bro. One more time. You must have got on when I was on Player's Choice, huh? Is that where did you see me on Player? Is that how you found me on Player's Choice when I was talking shit? What do you think about Rashee Rice? Rashee Rice, I think he's solid value. I just think his ADP is going to start to crawl up a little bit more when I think his ADP is going to start to climb up a little bit more once everybody realizes he's not going to get suspended. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to reach so bad right now, bro. I want to reach so bad right now, but I'm not going to. I'll just take Dak. I'll take Dak. This is one of my least favorite drafts I've ever done. Yo, this is hard. This one's a hard one because you in here with some sharks, bro. The one thing you can tell, right? Like when I was drafting yesterday with Tyler, I could tell like that, and this is no shade to Tyler, but I could just tell like those guys were just drafting the draft. Like none of them came in and was like, I'm adjusting to the draft, or I could feel the way shit is going out. It just felt like people were drafting to draft in there. And when I'm drafting in here, what I've noticed since we've started these drafts in like June until now is that we're adjusting to the flow of the draft. Everybody in here is adjusting and finding like really good balance with their teams, addressing and going right wide receiver early. Like the way you guys' construction of these rosters has changed a whole lot. So that's why I'm like, you guys are becoming really good at this. I love that Kittle pick. You get straight at me too, bro. I'm going to check out for tonight. Yeah, tap in tomorrow, bro. Like I said, Bleacher Report tomorrow at 10 a.m. Me and Prabhat going to be doing an auction draft with some bots. But come join the chat. If I can feature your guys' questions, I'll try to feature some of your guys' questions if you use the same handle. I'll try to feature some of your guys' questions. So we'll be on Bleacher Report tomorrow. Like I said, and if I know you guys are in there, If you guys have the same name, I'll try to feature y'all in there. Let's go Zeke here, baby. I haven't taken a whole lot of Zeke either. Got the Dallas stack. The Dallas stack late. The Dallas stack late. Are we allowed to trade draft picks? No. Do I have that on? I need to turn that off. No draft pick trading. I'm going to take that away. No draft pick trading. My bad. I switched. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was over here talking. Don't be on me, man. I didn't want Burrow. I took Dak. I still took I took Deontay Johnson, but don't be mad at me for that, bro. I'm over here talking you know what I'm saying? Talking and shit. In a 10-man league with pick 10, any suggestions? Nah, just get the best available, man. Go running back and receiver heavy early. There's plenty of quarterbacks and tight ends to go around. Yeah, Bleacher Report tomorrow, bro. Don't worry. I'll get sleep. I'll be fine. But Bleacher Report tomorrow at 10 o'clock, bro. So make sure you guys tap in with me. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. Got to dip out. You mind giving some thoughts on team 2 of this draft? I wish your third receiver would have been a little stronger than Odunze. I know I say 3 in the first 6 rounds, but you caught like the tail end of that. I think it's a decent team. Team 2, decent team. Probably, which I think you got upside with like Kamara. You got upside with Richardson and C-Mac. But then, like, I don't know. I think it's a good team. I'll give it like an 8 probably right now. I got you, bro. I'm not going to be rating all the teams. So since you asked me, I got you right there. Lamar or Vic? I got to give it to Lamar. I love Mike Vick too, but I just got to give it to Lamar. Lamar's got MVP in his bag. He's probably going to take the Ravens to the Super Bowl soon. I got Lamar. Yeah, they got a couple new settings on Sleeper. We're also not, until I find out that it's like worthwhile, we might have to wait a season to do that draft. Have you guys seen that on Sleeper? In their leagues, they're allowing like where you can set up your lineup. So if somebody's questionable and they go out, the next player automatically goes in. Like you can set it up beforehand. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I'm like, what happens if they don't say that they're out? People are going to complain. Or what happens if it says they're out and like it switches to out later? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that setting, but I'm going to do another TikTok league. Once we get a few more, I'm going to try to get that one up next week. I just filled up 2 leagues this week, YouTube and TikTok, so I accomplished my goal. I'm going to try to fill up 2 more next week. You think Gibbs and then Wilson's a good pick? I don't mind Gibbs and Wilson. At the 10th, was that you that was asking about the 10th spot? I think there's better players, though. Excuse me, but it's not bad. Shit, it's my pick. Seeing you guys wonder why I'm over here answering questions. Y'all wonder why I be missing picks, bro. A player I haven't taken yet, and I'm not going to take him. I'm not going to take him. Damn, if I really go all Dallas here, I'm going to go all Dallas here. Let me get Rico, too. Turn into a Dallas Cowboy fan. The auto pick took Jordan Love. Damn, who'd you got? Jaden Daniels, though? You can't be mad at that. You got Jaden Daniels next, bro. Auto sub is cool. Oh, yeah, I guess when they go over like 6 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast time or like earlier on the East Coast when they do the international games, I guess. Are you doing any 32-man leagues? Hell no. 32-man leagues is a coin flip. It's who can keep their first 3-round picks healthy. Whoever keeps their first 3 and whoever hits on like the 2 guys that are studs late, that's who wins those leagues. I'm good. I like more strategy than just like pure luck. There's Puka and sometimes A.J. Brown. Yeah, I like A.J. Brown more than I like Garrett Wilson. I don't know how you feel about him, but I prefer A.J. Brown. Guys, if you're here for the first time, make sure you get the draft guide. The link is scrolling across the bottom. Get the draft guide. 30% off for the rest of the preseason. If you don't want to buy the draft guide, it's fine. But make sure you get the free rankings in there on the Autograph app. I don't know how much longer they're going to be on there. Put it that way. So if you want to take advantage of that, do that now. Suzanne went auto, man. Normally we're pretty good about getting auto drafts in here. Sorry, Suzanne, you had to go, but this was good turnout, man. Good draft. Good draft. Great draft tonight, man. You guys did good. Y'all did good tonight, man. How much you digging for the plays? What you mean? How much am I digging for the plays? What you mean? What you mean, Rock? How much am I digging for the plays? What am I? What you mean by that? What you mean by that? How much am I digging for the plays? What you mean? What you mean by that, bro? I don't know what you mean. How much am I digging? I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Normally I catch on, but I'm missing that one. Normally I can catch what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't know if that was a typo or what that was. Oh, I got to get him. Is he still there? Somebody already got him. Somebody already got him. I don't really like this pick. Nah, I don't like this pick. I'm just gonna make it anyway. Somebody who got Bateman. Damn, Bateman. Of course you did, Ty. Of course you did. How much you digging for the plays? I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Man. Tomorrow we will be on Bleacher Report tomorrow. Me and Prabat. It'll be fun, man. Gotta go tonight. Good stream. See you tomorrow. HD Vibes. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. The night stream might have to be, we might have to call it that. The night stream, the night mocks. I gotta think of a good name, like prime time, something about prime time or like under the lights. We gotta think of a good like name for the late show. Because what I was thinking about for the late show, honestly, is I was thinking about doing one on Sundays after the game. I don't know how sometimes I don't be feeling like, doing fantasy stuff. But I was thinking maybe after the Sunday night games, like recapping the games on live. It's just sometimes that takes a lot out of me. Oh, for Dub Club? So yeah, so to play, that shit's gonna start. So if you want the betting stuff for Dub Club, if you want the betting stuff, I would say buy it now. If you need a discount on it, just holler at me. If you've been somebody that's been rocking with me and you want the all access, get it now. Get it before September 1st or before the season starts. Because I know the people who's rocking with me. If you just need a discount on it, cool. Make money, put it back in my pocket another way, or make money off me. I don't care. If you want the plays, if you want the bets, hit me up. Now's the time to do it. Just buy the annual pass. I cannot say it enough. The same way with the draft guide, I say get it at 50% off because I'm not lowering it again. I'm saying that now. All right. So if you want the betting stuff, think about it. Get your scratch ready for the next 15 days because once the season starts, it's going to be a whole different story. All right. I'm putting that out there in the verse. Putting that shit out there in the verse. All right. Listen, it's been real. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Get some sleep. I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Bleacher Report, and I'll be live at some point tomorrow too. I might go live earlier than that just to get a little hype on there, but I will see y'all later. Great drafts tonight. Peace out.